today sort of process. Fingers crossed for that improvement. But I think they'll wait to make a call with him. Up until the morning of the test match.
Yes, Bharat and then Vimal.
Morning. The two young fast bowlers you have like Harshit, Rana and Prasidh Krishna. You're freakishly tall, but they're tall,
yeah.
And you had a lot of success on these pitches. So, what have your conversations been with them? And if you can talk about them separately, as well, what impresses you?
Yeah, they're two fast bowlers. It's great to have them around in the squad. I think they add a lot of variation to the attack, especially Harshit. Bowls at a good pace. He finds a way to also extract some bounce out of the surface. For me, for them, it's their first tour. Prasidh had a bit of experience now with the SA, with the India 8 tour. He had a bit of game time but for Harshit, it's a bit of unknown. And my message to him was just when I toured my first time here, playing in Australia, it's an intimidating place. Is to listen to the stories, take the advice. But for me, it is just staying in your own bubble and finding those experiences, work them out for yourself. He's obviously here for a reason. He's got the skill, he's got the talent, just to keep on working hard, and for us, sort of break that, knock that door down, that he can put his name into the hat and into contention to start on the 22nd.
Since Rohit is not there and Shubman Gill is also out, and these were the regulars in the test squad, and the batting lineup did not do too well against New Zealand. How much pressure is on this young batting lineup, especially in conditions like that?
I think the pressure is one thing, but there's a lot of unknowns for a young squad. We need tour here. You'll look at the wicket. You'll try and formulate your own sort of game plan. How the wicket is going to play. But I think that's the beauty about Test cricket. Is to some of those conditions, fight through it, break it down into sessions, and get yourself into a partnership. And it's going to be great learning for these guys. It's young guys that can come up and front up against a quality test bowling attack. Australia's not going to bowl you many bad balls, but in saying that, there's good leadership within the group that can help and settle the nerves with that. So I think as a group we're all excited for the challenge. We know what's sort of to come. We know wickets is going to be fast, it's going to be bouncy. And it's up to the individual now to formulate their game plans and get themselves in a mental sort of battle state that for the next 42 days it's going to be tough cricket.
I want to ask how much happy is team management after seeing what Shami did back home? Is the team management following that, and are we take some idea from there that whether he'll come back here and deliver? Is there something a conversation like this or not?
For sure, we definitely keeping a close eye on Shami. He's a world-class bowler, but I think in the same page we need to understand that he's been out of the game for almost a year, and we also need to respect him and respect his body as well. So for us, it's a massive win that he's back playing. It was a great win, for him picking up wickets in that first game. So how can we give him the best support? How can we give him, the best opportunity to find his way back into the team? It's going to be by being patient and giving his body time to find its feet again. With red ball, with white ball, whatever format it might be. So working closely with the people back home, back to see him back in the field because he is a world-class bowler. Yeah, Jesse was a guy that immediately sort of put his hand up and he wanted that leadership role. I think he's been very successful here in the past. He knows what to expect. In the dressing room he speaks well, and he's a guy that I know that will with ball in hand will lead from the front, and then the rest of the younger guys will follow. So for him it's an exciting sort of challenge ahead. But again, we've got Virat, we've got KL. There's a lot of experienced guys that will help him, and I'm sure when he's bowling and there's a million things going on in his head, that will settle and bring a bit of calmness into the team. But yeah, in terms of leadership and in terms of how he looks at the game and approaches the game, he's a natural leader for me.
Morning, Sam Jordan from Channel 9. It's great to be able to speak with you this afternoon, but we were told we were going to hear from a player. Is there a little bit of gamesmanship going on?
No. It's just we had a couple of meetings here now before arriving, and we're just running a little bit later time. So just to give him time just to strap up and get himself ready, because 2 o'clock we're starting with training.
Yeah, Shami.
How do you see the prospect of starting a 5-match test series at Perth? I mean, you guys were playing in 15 days back in completely different conditions. Some of your guys haven't played any cricket in this part of the world. How do you see this?
Yeah, look, I mean, coming into this tour, into this series, we're probably under pressure, especially, with our past performances, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the people, would see how we go about our business here. But I think our key message, it's important for us to put that aside, look forward to the challenge here. I think for any cricketer, when you come to Australia, you want to do well. This is where you make your name for yourself on one of the biggest stages in the world to play cricket. And I think that's one of the driving forces in this group for young guys to come up here and play good solid cricket, score 500-600 runs in a series, take wickets, and that puts yourselves on a stage. And it's a fantastic carrot to dangle in front of Indian players.
Yes,
Ashish from Instant Times. I wanted to ask you a little bit about the leadership role that Kohli is playing with the younger batters. What is the kind of conversation he's having with them? He's had a great record here. And, how has his own preparation?
Yeah, Virat is, like we know, the intensity and the professionalism he trains with is always top level. And again, as a batting unit, there's been a lot of conversation on how they're going to go about, finding a blueprint to put runs on the board. We know in Test cricket, and especially over here, if you've got a total on the board, you can create, pressure with the ball. And we've got a bowling attack that we believe that can bowl Australia out and take 20 wickets. So, from Virat's point of view, sharing sort of things that worked for him in the past. But again, I think with that is the intensity he trains with. Always putting himself under pressure in the nets. And for younger guys to see him, train in that fashion, if it's with new balls, guys coming a little bit closer, throwing at high speeds at him. Those are the small things that the younger guys or the less experienced guys will pick on, and will take their game also to another level.
You spoke about blueprint, but in India we've always said that the batters are being trusted to find their own way.
Yeah.
So, is that what you're also going to be doing here?
I think when we talk about blueprints, we speak about sort of KPIs. Partnerships is going to be crucial. Protecting the partnership, getting through the new ball. Once the ball is sort of softer, not to give it away, soft wicket. So when we talk about those sort of blueprints, that is what we identify, as areas that we can post a score on the board.
We'll take last few questions.
Morning, Daniel Cheney from News Corp. Josh Hazlewood said that there's no secrets in international cricket. Do you agree that there are, or do you think there are things that you can keep up your sleeve that the opposition may not know about, from a tactical sense, a personnel sense, just how guys are going and that sort of thing?
I think so. I think there's so much information nowadays, about players, and we play so much cricket. Guys sit 8-10 weeks a year also in IPL discussing plans. For me, at the end of the day, it's going to be about sessions. It's going to be about small margins, and we know, it's going to be 2 great teams that's going to play an attacking brand of cricket. And with ball in hand, how can you handle that pressure? For both sides. We've got guys in our lineup that's going to look to play a certain way, try and put pressure back on the team, and can we pick the right moments to do that? So I think it's going to be about small moments in these sort of test series. Especially when I was playing back in the day, I found it here that if you can fight through it, the tough sort of periods and not give it away softly, at the end of the day, that is sort of the way you want to play your brand of cricket you want to play here. But in terms of keeping things under wraps, I think it's very hard. Things always find a way to leak, and like I said, there's a lot of information nowadays on any player and stats on venues.
How will the role young player like
Atish Reddy, who is a medium pace all-rounder, in this kind of a soil. And, how is he is useful for the team?
Mm.
And, if you look at the surface of a stadium.
Yeah, he's one of the young guys that we've I've mentioned here that has got that sort of batting all-round ability. You'll be a guy that can sort of hold the one end up for us. He hits the bat a little bit harder than you think. So that's I think on these sort of conditions where there might be a little bit of seam movement up front, especially the first couple of days. You'll be a handy bowler, very accurate, wicket to wicket style of bowler. So yeah, lovely opportunity for him to fill that all-rounder spot. Any team in the world, always wanted the all-rounder that can take that load off your fast bowlers just to give them a extra bit of breathing time. So how we use him, how Jasper is going to use him, with maybe the spinner to give himself, whoever is going to be the other quicks, time to catch their breath a little bit is going to be important. But yeah, definitely a guy that it's a player you can keep your eye on in the series.